few months ago, I said I was watching XDC for one very specific signal. If price made another lower low, I wanted to see the weekly RSI make a higher low. That's exactly what happened. Price pushed lower while the RSI formed a higher low, and that created a textbook weekly bullish divergence. Now, that does not guarantee that XDC has bottomed. No single indicator can do that. But the last time XDC showed a similar weekly divergence after a major bear market, it went on to rally more than 800%. History doesn't repeat perfectly, but it often rhymes, and with XDC now trading in what I see as a compelling accumulation area, I've started building a position. In this video, I'll show you the exact levels I'm watching, how I'm scaling in, where I plan to take profits, and why XDC's fundamentals are becoming more and more interesting despite the weak price action. This is not financial advice, always do your own research. Let's start with the bigger picture, because that's what has me paying closer attention to opportunities like XDC right now. If you have watched my recent videos, you know I've been following Bitcoin's historical 4-year cycle very closely. In previous cycles, Bitcoin has typically formed its bear market low around 52 weeks after its all-time high. Right now, we're approximately 45 weeks from Bitcoin's latest all-time high. That's not to say that the bottom has to come exactly at week 52 though. Markets evolve, and this cycle could easily be different because of the ETFs, institutions, and the changing market structure. But so far, this cycle has followed Bitcoin's historical pattern surprisingly well. If that continues, we could be getting very close to the period where long-term opportunities begin appearing again. And if this cycle ends earlier than expected, I would rather already have a position than be trying to chase the market later. I've done it in the past and it's not pretty, guys. Now, let's look at XDC itself. Besides the bullish RSI divergence, price is sitting in what I consider a very attractive accumulation zone. We're currently trading below the point of control. That's the price level where the highest volume has historically been traded. And we're also very close to the value area low, as you can see. Those are areas where buyers have historically shown interest, making them logical places to begin building your position. Again, this doesn't mean price can't go lower. It absolutely can, of course. That's why I'm not going all in today in a single day. Instead, I'm scaling into the position. I'm buying 40% of my intended XDC allocation at the current prices. Then, if the price drops to around 2.2 cents, I will add another 30%. And if we see 2 cents flat, I will deploy the final 30%. This way, I'm not trying to perfectly predict the exact bottom. I'm simply accumulating in an area where I believe the risk to reward is favorable. Another place where risk reward is great is this channel. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please give this video a like and subscribe to the airdrops.com channel. This really helps me and my team, and I'll be truly grateful if you supported us. Back to XDC, where things are looking fine, but I'm not just dumping a bag into a coin without knowing it inside and out. So let's check out what's interesting about XDC's fundamentals. The whole pitch of the project is real-world asset tokenization for institutional trade finance, and the numbers actually seem to be backing it up. Tokenized assets on the network crossed $1.1 billion in early July, up from around 770 million at the start of the year, and that made it one of the largest RWA ecosystems in crypto. 7 days later, it grew another 41% to $1.5 billion, and now sits at 1.6 billion approximately. The network has also continued strengthening its institutional infrastructure. CertiK joined the validator set, thereby adding another well-known infrastructure provider securing the network. QuoteTrade launched an institutional-focused decentralized exchange on XDC with native USDC support, as it targets larger professional traders. And XDC Tech announced an integration with Bridge, the Stripe-owned payments platform, opening another pathway between traditional finance and blockchain-based settlement. Now, none of these announcements actually guarantee higher prices. I understand that. That's true. But they do show that development hasn't stopped during the bear market. In fact, some of the strongest ecosystems are often built during these bearish times. So, where am I planning to take profits, and why, and when? My first take profit target is around the value area high, which sits near 7 cents. That's my first major area where I expect selling pressure to actually increase. And if price continues higher, my second target is the previous all-time high. And finally, my long-term stretch target remains $1. Yes, $1. Now, before anyone says that's impossible, I'm not saying XDC will definitely reach $1. I'm saying that's my final target if the next bull market significantly exceeds previous expectations. Since markets don't move in straight lines, and we know that, I'll continue reassessing the data as conditions change. In other words, if fundamentals weaken or the technical analysis changes, I will change my strategy too. That's what a wise person does. At the end of the day, investing isn't about certainty. It's about probabilities. Today, I see a weekly bullish divergence, the price sitting in a historically attractive value area, and a network that continues adding institutional infrastructure despite a weak token price. That's enough for me to start building a position in XDC, and I just want to reaffirm, this is a disciplined accumulation plan instead of just emotional frenzy buying. With that being said, I'll keep updating you on XDC if something important comes up, but until then, keep doing your own research, guys, and adapt what you see and like as strategies, including here on this channel, to your own style and risk profile. Now, hit the like and subscribe buttons if this one was helpful, and come back next time for another crypto breakdown. Thanks for watching. Ciao.